All right, so for my social studies internship lesson plan, I did something a little different. I have my lesson plan has been designed to be done over the course of 4 days, and roughly an hour block each day. So I'm going to do my best to condense that into a 10-15 minute long video for the sake of um, this assignment, this mini teach lesson plan. So, day one. Good morning, class. Um, let's go ahead. Everybody take your seats. We are going to be doing something a little different this week. So, does everybody here know what choice is? Like the choices we make every day. We make choices all the time. Are the choices we make important? That's right. Yes, they are very important. So, tying into choice, can anybody tell me what a decision is? You're exactly right. So that is a decision is the choice that we have made. Final choice. That's our decision. Can anybody tell me what a consequence is? That's right. So consequences are what come after the choices we make. So can anybody give me an example of a big decision that you've made today? What kind of pants you wanted to wear? Yes, John, that is a really good decision to make. What happened? What kind of pants did you pick? You decided to go with shorts today. Not a bad choice, John. I like shorts a lot as well. So recently, we have gone over important people in history, what they've done, what they've accomplished, why that made them important, um, what they did and how exactly it affected themselves and the people around them. We want to dive even deeper into that because the choices that we make they impact entirely who we are as people, how we make our way forward in life, how those choices impact those around us, those we care about, like our family, our home, our neighborhood, our whole country. Life is nothing but choices, and they all add up together to shape who we are, why we are, and what we're going to do with our lives. Can anybody give me an example of somebody important from history? So, Sam, that's right. Actually, Abraham Lincoln's actually somebody I was going to discuss today, so that's very good. Does anybody have another example? Susan B. Anthony, good. Harriet Tubman, good. Henry Ford, very good. So you guys know some good people from history. Um, so our assignment, our the things we're going to work on this week, are going to be choosing somebody from history. We're going to have a research assignment. Okay, I'm going to split you into small groups. Everybody is going to work together to come up with some different people from history that might interest them, and we're going to continue from there. So everybody split. I'm going to help you split up in small groups. So sit quietly, listen carefully, and we're going to get started. All right, guys, good job. Very good. Thank you very much. So now I want you to line up with your groups, and we're going to make our way to the library. Want you guys to spend a little time looking for some different books on the people that you've talked about. And if you can, I want you to narrow it down to one person that really interests you, somebody that you really want to learn about, somebody that maybe you really like what they did in the past and why they did it. So I'll give you about 20 minutes to look through the library, and then we're all going to gather back up and we're going to head back to the classroom to brainstorm and organize some of our ideas. Good morning, class. Um, so As you remember yesterday, we covered historical figures, the choices we make, how they impact our lives and those around us, consequences that can come from our choices. I want you to go ahead and split up into your small groups, and we're going to continue working on our research project. Go ahead and finish up any brainstorming that you might need to do. Spend a little bit of time on your graphic organizers, please. Make sure that you have all the information you'd like on there, anything that you'd like to include in your presentation. Okay, it's very important. If you have any questions, please ask me. I am here to help. I'll go ahead and give you maybe 5-10 minutes to work on that. Okay, go ahead. All right, class, time is up. Everybody should have brainstormed. You should have your historical figure chosen. You should have your graphic organizer already started for your brainstorming. We are going to go down to the computer lab, and we're going to spend some additional time researching our specific historical figure that we want to do our presentation on. So everybody line up, and we're going to go spend some time down there. All right, class. Everybody, we've had about 25-30 minutes in the computer lab. You should have plenty of information going already for your project. If you are going to be doing an assignment on poster board, or if you're going to do your presentation, as a play or a reenactment, you can go ahead and come with me back to the classroom, and we'll work on that. If you've decided to do a trifold presentation to share with your classmates, I've arranged it for you to have an additional 30 minutes in the computer lab today. So let's go ahead and split off whatever you're going to do. Those of you staying in the computer lab, please listen to Mrs. Johnson. She's kind enough to stay in here and help you guys out while I go back to the classroom with the rest of the class. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue working on our research projects today. Everybody, you've had a couple days to choose your historical figure. You've had time to research, both on the computer and with books in the library. We've had time to brainstorm. We've had time to organize our thoughts and ideas that we want to put into our presentations. Everybody should have all that work with them. I would like you to go ahead and continue working on that individually. You're going to put the touches on your presentation, get those rolling. I'm going to walk around the class. If anybody has any questions, anything at all, please let me know. I am here to help. You're all doing a wonderful job, and I cannot wait to see what you have at the end of this. When there's about 10-15 minutes left of our hour time spent today on our projects, I'm going to let the students know, just so they know that they need to go ahead and finish everything up, ask questions if they need it, seek assistance if they need it. All right, class, got about 15 minutes left. If there's anything you need, please let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and try and get the finishing touches on your presentations, on your script. If you're doing a reenactment, if you're working on your trifolds, please let me know if you need a little additional time on that. We can see about getting you a tablet to take home. Otherwise, if you do not finish up today, you will need to finish your presentations tonight at home, because tomorrow we are going to share our presentations with the class. That's right. Tomorrow you need to be completely ready with your presentations. That way the whole class will get to learn about your historical figure, the choices they made, why they made those choices, the consequences that may have come about from those choices, or the solutions, and why those people went down in history. So again, finish up what you can, and if you need to finish it at home tonight, you're more than welcome to. All right, class, today's the day. Good morning, welcome. I hope everybody's ready. We get to share our presentations with the class today. So those of you who have created trifolds, I think there's a few of you, John, Sam, Trenton, Victoria. We're going to go ahead. I've arranged it for you to go with Mrs. Johnson to the computer lab again, so she can help you get your trifolds printed out. Remember, you will need one for each person in class so they can get a close view of your presentation while you're explaining it at the front, okay? Everybody will have between 5, 6, 7 minutes to do their presentations today. If you go a little bit over, that's okay, but we don't want to go too much over that 7-minute mark because then you'll be taking up your friend's time, and everybody needs their time for the presentations today. So everybody go ahead, make sure you're seated in your desk. Please await quietly. Those of you who need to print your trifolds, go ahead and go with Mrs. Johnson and then come right back with her and be ready to go. I'll give, obviously students time to do their presentations. We'll go one at a time. Everybody will be at the front of the class. Those who decided to do a reenactment, which is exciting, I hope I have students to do that in the future, will be given the space necessary. They'll have to have a couple of props with them. Otherwise, there's poster boards. Images will need to be included with bits of information. Students will elaborate on that, or again, the trifolds. So following the students all giving their presentations, we will then lead into the closing of the lesson. Wonderfully done, class. I enjoyed your presentations very, very much. You guys all did fantastic. I learned a lot today. I can tell that you put a lot of thought into your research. Thank you very, very much. So after what we've learned this week about our historical figures, do we now understand just how important the decisions we make are? Yeah, they are important because they can have big impacts on our lives and those around us. That's right. Good job. So now we are going to play a game together. Nothing too crazy. Everybody listen carefully. I'm going to explain the rules, but first, I would like everybody to stand up next to your desk. That's right, stand up, be right next to your desk. Make sure that your arm's width, nobody's touching anybody. You have plenty of space to move around a little bit. I want you to do some stretches. Yep, move your bodies. Everybody get the blood flowing. We've been doing presentations. We've been at our desk all day. It's been a little bit since recess. All right, everybody shake yourselves out. We are going to have 2 different lines. John, you go ahead and start this line. Victoria, please start this line right up here in front of me at the front of the class. And then everybody form up behind your friends, behind your peers, behind your classmates. Now, I am going to ask the person at the front of each line, would you rather? And line A, line number 1, is going to tell me why they choose one over the other. What maybe is better about that option? Why do you like it? Why would it be better? And then the person in line number 2 is going to tell me why the other thing might be better. So you're going to really need to think hard on this. Think about all the upsides and downsides of each decision. And when you're done, person at the front of line 1, go back to the end of line 1. Person at the front of line 2, go back to the end of line 2. And we're going to make sure everybody gets a chance to be at the front. Now, once everybody's gone, and we have our 2 original, our two first people back up to the front, we're going to switch it. And line number 2 will get to choose, and they'll get to tell me why they think their decision is better, why they think that decision would be a good thing to choose, good thing to make. And then line number 1 is going to give me good reasons about the other option. So if you have any questions, I know it's a little different. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're all here to work together and have fun. Otherwise, we've spent time this week learning about decision making and the consequences of our decisions and just how important they are and the kinds of impacts our decisions can make, just how important choice is. Now, I want you guys to have a little fun with it and enjoy yourselves. So remember, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, stay in your lines, listen up, be creative, and let's have fun. Thank you, class.